Hey guys, Wild Turkey just released a commemorative 70th anniversary bourbon. But how does it differ from the 101?
We're going to answer that in a blind taste testing today. Let's check them out. So for this 70th anniversary release, Wild Turkey is celebrating Master Distiller Jimmy Russell's 70th anniversary with the distillery. And that makes him the longest tenured spirits master distiller in the world.
Yeah, he started at Wild Turkey at the age of 18 back in 1954 and became their master distiller in 1967.
So back in the 80s and 90s, when bourbon was starting to have a little bit of a downturn, people wanted him to change the recipe and change how he did things with bourbon, and he refused.
Right.
And because of that, Wild Turkey 101 remains a staple in the bourbon world today.
His name is synonymous with Wild Turkey. Actually, Russell's, which is a higher end version of Wild Turkey, is named after him.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's an important dude in the whiskey world, and we are gonna celebrate him by drinking his whiskey and seeing if we could tell the difference between that one and the 101. Because they're both very similar. They have the same mash bill, the same proof, and the only real difference is the barrel that it was aged in. And the age statement, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why we wanted to do this blind tasting right now, because we want to see if really aging it in a different barrel in a different location of his rickhouse is going to really play a significant role in the flavor.
Yeah.
We're going to test it out. If we can't tell the difference, then hey, save yourself the money, stick with the 101. But if we can, and it's better, I would definitely say go with the 70th anniversary. So my wonderful wife is going to pour some whiskey for us. We're not going to see where she puts which. We won't know what we were drinking.
Yeah. I'm going in the other room.
I'm going to go in another room with Ryan, and
No, we're in separate rooms.
who knows what's going to happen.
Nope.
We might never come out. Shout out to my wife for doing an excellent job with these pours. This looks very professional.
And this 70th anniversary comes in at right around $50. And even though it's a limited release, you can find it pretty easily these days as compared to some of the other limited releases they've had. But coming in at $50, it's actually $30 more than the Wild Turkey 101. So we'll see how much of a difference, if it's noticeable, if it's worth the price difference. And I cannot wait to start tasting these.
And that's the thing too, is that $50 for a limited release is not terrible.
No.
But at the flip side, if it's more than double the price of the 101 and it tastes very, very similar, then maybe you should just stick with the 101.
Right?
We're going to find that out right now.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a lot of sweet notes on this.
A lot of caramel, a lot of vanilla. I get a little bit of the peppery note in there too.
I get some citrus too. Like some faint hints of citrus.
Yeah. Now let's see how that compares to B. Yep, so I'm getting similar notes as you would expect, but I found A to be a bit sweeter.
This one I'm getting a little bit more oak.
Now we gotta taste them. That one to me was a little bit peppery.
That one had a little bit more punch. Very tasty.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of these cola notes as well. Some like cherry cola flavors.
Yeah, now the heat on these is going to be exactly the same because they're both 101 proof. It's a matter of the 70th anniversary having a couple more distinctive notes to be expected, and we're going to try to pull that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now that we've had A, going for B.
Let's do it.
You know what's funny? Is I actually found B to be a little bit sweeter on the taste.
It's funny because you mentioned that the flip, right?
Yeah.
I got a little bit more citrus on the A, on the nose, but on B, I'm getting a little bit more citrus on the taste.
Yeah.
I found B to be a little smoother.
So I thought the nose of both were very similar, but I think B stands out a little bit more as far as taste goes.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, I would think B would be the 70th anniversary.
I would say the same. They have a lot of similar notes. They're not exactly the same, but here we go. We're going to do the big review.
Oh boy. Let's see what we got here. Please be right.
Ah! There it is.
70th anniversary.
Boom.
Look at that.
70th anniversary.
See, I mean, after going through this, they were very similar. B was slightly sweeter, but I don't think it was enough of a difference for me anyway to justify spending $30 more on this bottle.
So what I would say is they're similar, but different enough where if you are curious to see what the difference is, if you're a huge fan of Wild Turkey, definitely pick it up because it's not even that expensive. It's a nice little commemorative issue.
In this case, maybe find a local bar that's doing a pour of it, see what you think of it, and then decide if you want to buy the bottle. But for me, there wasn't enough of a difference between the two to justify spending $30 more in this bottle.
I do think that there was a little bit more of a difference between the two, but it's not that different where you have to go and seek it out.
Yeah, not enough to justify the higher price point.
Right.
I'll stand by this right now, is that I think Wild Turkey 101 on its own is the best bang for your buck you can get for bourbon.
Yeah, $20. I don't think you can get a better bourbon than Wild Turkey 101.
Yep. We actually covered Wild Turkey 101 and a few others in our best bourbons for beginners. So you check out that video as well. Let us know if you've tried these two side by side, what you thought, and if you think the Wild Turkey 70th anniversary is worth getting.
Before we go, let's rate this sucker.
Oh,
Let's rate it.
Okay.
Let's give our barrel rating.
we haven't done this in a little
We
while.
haven't done a little while. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do our barrel rating.
Okay.
What are we gonna give Wild Turkey's 70th anniversary?
This one's hard because they're both very similar. I liked them both. I think I would give this a 4 out of 6. The price point is fine. It's not terribly expensive. It's not the easiest bottle to find, but it's easier for a limited edition. So I would have to give it a 4.
For the price, you're getting a very good bourbon. But I also feel like it's not that much more extravagant than the 101 that's $20.
Right.
So that would knock it down a peg, I would say. So I would definitely say a 4 is a pretty solid barrel number that I would give it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good bourbon. If you can get it, I mean, go for it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go out seeking it if you don't have to. All right, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Did we get it right? And what do you think about the 70th anniversary?
In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends know that we're here because we are waiting for them with open arms.
Yes, with Wild Turkey.
Cheers.